The one and only Gary Brackett joins us now. Gary, it's wonderful to see you. I mean, we loved you, of course. You're our boy from the Colts, Super Bowl champ. And now you're doing big things. You're motivating people to live their best lives. How are you doing, first of all?
I'm doing great. Obviously 2020 was very challenging at the beginning of the year, dealing with some of the ill effects, had to pivot from the restaurant industry and just started to think about, one of the things I'm passionate about. And coaching is one of those things. So I'm coaching people on, living their best lives. I'm identifying, obstacles that they can overcome and giving them the tools to do that. It's been very rewarding.
Now, what have you taken from your experience with the Indianapolis Colts into this new platform and this new lifestyle that you got going on?
Yeah, I think with the Colts, it's funny. People think you're just a football player and you don't run into people. But there's actually a lot
it's more than that
goes into it. Yeah, exactly, right? But the one thing you just and you get it, you're in TV, but like the post-meeting and the post-preparation. And, anytime now we shoot a lot of videos and record a lot of courses, and it's all about the post-production and figuring out, with a pre-production, figuring out exactly what you want to say, where does it go? And sometimes we'll do it, and then, the team will be like, all right, we got it. I'm like, okay, let's practice one more time. I'm like, practice again? I'm like, yes, practice again. Like, that's what it takes, right, in order to be great. And really, in football, man, we used to practice, go watch practice, and then we'll go out and practice, and then come back and watch that practice. So we just always practice, man, so that when you get on film, it looks great.
And Gary, what would you tell someone who wants to get to that next level? They feel kind of just stuck in that rut, and they just don't know how to catapult out of it. What are just a few simple steps that they can just kind of start?
Yeah, so I have this whole framework that I walk people through. So it's called the CHAMP framework, right? Everyone could be a champion. So C, understand your current situation. H, hone in on your desired destination. A, apply the 80-20 principle. M, once you understand that, take massive action. And then P is the constant pursuit of the championship transformation.
And what is that 80-20 principle?
Yeah, so 80-20 is like the Pareto's principles, what tells us that 20% of our activities actually yields 80% of our results. So many people think that, they got to do more, and it's really, you got to do less and just do more of what you're gifted in, right? So for you, working a camera is not going to help you being in front of the camera, right, as much as like you perfected your line. So it's really identifying what that 20% is, your giftedness. And then for me, a lot of times CEOs, or even if you're not, you figure out a way to either eliminate it, automate it, or delegate it. And then once you get that, you get real clear and make a lot of progress in a short period of time because you're doing what you should be doing.
I love that because a lot of us are just so busy being busy, but we're really not doing anything, right? I love this so much. I love to study the habits of highly successful people as yourself. What are some habits that you instill daily?
I think one of the habits is just having a great morning routine. That really sets the tone throughout your whole day. My belief is that I finish my day before I start. And what that means is I plan my day in my head and visualize what I'm doing throughout that day. So then when it occurs, I know we're going to be on this phone call, right? So I'm prepared for it. I was going to go do something no, let me be here. So just that pre-planning just helps you take control of your day and start running your day as opposed to your day running you.
Hey, sign me up. I love you. You're speaking your passion because when you do it, you just exude light and you're shining, and we appreciate you for bettering people's lives. You are the man, and you always make us proud. You're always ours.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us.